Okay, as always, we start with the rival. Ooh. They're going to take this spot right there. So that's going to limit our ability to get compasses. That's a shame because we need 3 compasses in order to explore. And that was something I really wanted to do this round. We also need a compass to use this pickaxe ability. I think the first thing we want to do is to come down here. We have this fear card that gives us a boot, so we'll use that boot. We'll send one of our workers down here to get 2 tablets. We'll need those tablets in order to do some research. Now they're taking the ruby spot. I think I want to use the axe for its special ability. Now, there's no lightning bolt here, so this means I have to use this special ability as my action. This is going to let me exile a card, permanently remove it from my deck, from the game, and then gain a compass token. Now, I can remove a card from my hand or from my play area, and I just played this fear card, so I am going to exile it now and get a compass token. Once again, they can't defeat a guardian, so they're going to research. They'll move up there. They're climbing up the track. Now, they don't use a book. They just have their magnifying glass. I want to research. That will cost a tablet and an arrowhead. Move up here. As a reward, get a compass token. Perfect. Okay, they're going to take the most valuable item card. As you can see, there are 2 that are worth 2 victory points. So because of this arrow, they're going to take the rightmost one. I think I want another compass token. And with these 3 compass tokens, I can explore. As you can see here, it takes 3 compass tokens to explore, and we'll need to spend either a car or a boat travel icon. And on this bear trap, I have the car. I think I want to use that. That will give me the option to go to any one of these 4 spots. If I go here, I'll get to exile a card. That I like. In fact, both of those places let me exile a card. This would let me refresh an assistant. I don't really have an assistant right now, so that isn't going to be too helpful. And I don't really have a card I want to exile either, so I think I'll come here and just get that tablet. So we're spending this for the travel icon. Moving there, spend our 3 compass tokens. We gain this. We'll get that tablet right away. And then let's see what we discover. Oh, wow. That is incredibly scary. Looks like we wandered into some sort of cave, and there is a disturbing dead body there. And as you can see, that generated some fear in us, understandably. But it also gave us a compass and a ruby. And now we see what guardian is guarding this location that we discovered. Oh, wow, look at that. Looks like a crazy giant bird with a ruby around its neck. So in order to defeat this guardian, we have to spend a boot icon and a ruby. Well, we just picked up a ruby, so that's convenient. If we don't defeat that guardian by the end of the round, we'll gain another fear. All right, and that was our turn. When the rival wants to place a worker, it looks for the worker placement spot that is highest up on the board. So in this case, they can actually go to this worker placement spot and get a tablet. So they're going to go there. So the question is, do we want to use our pickaxe for its ability? Or do we want to use that symbol as a boot? Because you can use any symbol to represent a boot so that we can defeat this guardian. If we use this pickaxe, we could do some more research. And in fact, we could use this red ruby to research up here. Yeah, I think we're going to let the Guardian be, and we're going to do a bunch of research. So let's just go ahead and use our pickaxe. This compass becomes an arrowhead and a tablet. They are going to go right here. And now we're just going to do a bunch of research. First things first, let's spin this ruby to move up here with our journal. The reward is to get an assistant. Now we have these 3 assistants here to choose from. This one would give us either a coin or an airplane symbol, which is basically a wild. This would let us get either an artifact or an item at a discount. And this one lets us upscale one of our goods to the next level of goods. So you can turn a tablet into an arrowhead or an arrowhead into a ruby. So I think we're going to take this pilot. We're just going to the coin spot. I want to research again with my journal. That's going to be 1 of each of those. And as a reward, I get another assistant. And I want to take this money guy. And now I can immediately use my assistants. So you just tap them. I'm going to get 3 money. And with those 3 coins, I'll be able to buy an item on my next turn. So that worked out fantastic. All right, doing some exploring. And because we're in round 2, they're going to summon a guardian. Looks like they're going to go to the rightmost spot, so that'll be right there. Get this token. Oh, not the spider. Always the spider. God, I hate spiders. Oh boy. All right. Well, hopefully it'll defeat that spider and I can get it out of my face. Okay. Well, we're going to try not to look too closely at the board at that giant spider. And instead, we're going to look to the card row and see what item we want. I love the large backpack. Being able to draw from the bottom of your deck to like immediately get an item that you just bought. That's awesome. But I think the lantern is going to be a little bit more valuable. This is going to let us activate one of these spots down here without using a worker. Also worth $2. I think this will be good for us. I have to spend my $3 here. Okay, doing some research. This arrow shows they're going to move onto this left side. And they'll take the leftmost assistant. I think we're pretty much done. Now, technically, what we could do, just so you know, I don't think I'm going to, but I could use this idol for one of these special abilities. When you do that, you have to slot it in up here, and then you can take any one of those. So, for instance, I could take an arrowhead and then do another research. When you do that, though, you're covering up the points. So the first time you do it, you're essentially spending 1 victory point because you're covering that up. And if you get more tokens, you could keep doing that, but every time you're losing more and more victory points. If we don't cover any of those up, we'll get 10 points at the end of the game. I think for now, I am going to save that, and I'm just going to pass. It's going to take the artifact with the least victory points. They're both worth 2, so in this case, when it's the last token, I believe you just turn over the top one. It's going to take the leftmost. Okay, and that's that. We're all done. Time for the start of round 3. Gonna take the money. Both... Oh no, this is the only spot up here that gives money, so he's gonna go right there. That's a shame. I was thinking of going there. Tell you what, I'm going to use my pilot for the airplane. Sort of a wild travel. And I'm going to go right here. We'll get compass and an arrowhead. And now I'll be in position to defeat that spider guardian and just get it off the board. I really just want to do that because I'm tired of looking at that awful spider. Look like there's nowhere over here, so just gonna go right there. Again, that is also a shame. I kind of wanted that. I think what we'll do, we'll use this card for the travel symbol and go here. That's going to give us a fear card, a compass, and a ruby. Now, we had to take a fear card before because we didn't defeat that guardian. So that's our third fear card in our deck. It's a little bit of a problem, but hopefully it should work out just fine. Okay, research. Okay, we need to defeat some of these guardians. But first, I want to do some research. So we'll spend that arrowhead and these 2 tablets. That will get us a compass. Okay, would defeat a guardian, but isn't with one, so is just gonna research. Gonna go this path. Let's go ahead and defeat that guardian right there. We'll use this fear for the boot and the ruby. So we spent those things and we have defeated that guardian, and as a result, at a later point, we have this airplane symbol that we can use. It'll also be worth 5 points, whether we use it or not. I think I'll just put it right here on my board. Looks like this is worth the most victory points. Okay, I'll tap this guy to get 2 money. I'm also going to use this idol to get an arrowhead. And now let's defeat the spider. We need a coin, arrowhead, and then we need to discard one of our cards. Let's discard this one. And we've defeated the spider. Thank goodness. And now we have an immediate effect here of exiling a card. I say let's just go ahead and do that right away. We can flip that over to show that we've used it. And let's exile one of these fear cards. Nice. Now we're down to 2 fear cards. That's good. Okay, going to the ruby spot. Now we can't use this artifact yet. I think we're going to leave that in our hand. We might as well go ahead and use this for the coin. We have 2 coins. Unfortunately, everything is so expensive up there. So instead, I think we'll have to get an artifact. Yeah, and I see a great artifact for us. We're going to spend 2 of our compasses to get that sundial. The sundial will let us get 2 tablets, or we can pass to gain a ruby. Let's get those 2 tablets. All right, taking the artifact worth the least points. When you're using an artifact from your hand, you have to spend a tablet in order to use it. And actually, that's exactly what we want to do. We're going to spend a tablet to use this artifact. When you gain an artifact for the first time, you get to use the ability without spending the tablet. When you use it again, you have to spend the tablet. Now we can research with a discount of a ruby. Well, that's perfect. We can research right here. We can spin that tablet. Discount of the ruby. We get to move up here. And we get a compass. Now, we're not going to be able to use that special ability. That would have let us increase something. We're not going to be able to use that, unfortunately. Okay, he's going to go right here. I think we want to save our stuff at this point. Yeah, I could go up there and get that stone jar artifact, which would let us draw a card. But I think I want to save all my stuff here, so I'm going to pass. Okay, more worker placement. And, ooh, last but not least, gonna discover a site. It will be on the right-hand side. Oh, it's gonna be this one regardless. Gets that token. These will be worth 3 points at the end of the game for the rival. And no guardian. So there we go. They're done. Let's move on to the 4th round.